Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So again, the narration of Krishna's pastimes is going on by a great personality, Brahma. Brahma is a great authority. In fact, we see how humbly Brahma is offering his prayers and in narrating the pastimes. What is our position? Right? Just like a joke is given. Suppose there is an ant in this room, it cannot understand anything what we are doing. Same way, people try to estimate the Lord. What are they doing? We are too small. Too small. Millions of universes are coming out of Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu is just expansion of the Lord. People say God is great. They don't know how is he great. Otherwise, they will not do this, appointing us, some man as God. It is so common nowadays to imagine God. So God's position is extremely exalted, and Brahma is meditating all those pastimes. And Brahma worshipping Krishna. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Correct? Just like Vedavyasa. He sent Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya came to serve the mission of Vedavyasa. You know that? And he tried to show. In fact, Madhvacharya makes a very important work. Because even in Mahabharata, the verses were, you can't say which verse is authentic. He put it down. This is the exact verses. He put a great effort to preserve the original work of Vedavyasa, which was all needed. That's a great work done by Madhvacharya. So he came for that purpose, to correct. The same way we see that the Lord Krishna's teachings today, are so much lost. How many people just by putting one shloka here and there and become God? How many people? There was once one followers of one sampradaya actually they are originally a Vaishnava sampradaya, but don't know how to name them, but today they feel that one of their guru became God. It comes in Ramanuja line. So they came to Prabhupada and Ramanandis there, not. So they came to Srila Prabhupada to talk, and then Prabhupada was talking. Prabhupada knew this. He said, how do you say he is God? No, he is God. Prabhupada said, this Bhagavatam is there. Please give me where it is. And Prabhupada was very affirmative. You cannot cheat innocent public. If it is an incarnation of God, it has to be mentioned in the scripture somewhere. Otherwise, where is a common man? One thing is that mentioned in the scripture. The other thing, the work should be extraordinary. Something which, only God could do. Just like I said many times, doctor should be authorized. Other thing is work also should show. If he says he is a very great doctor from the best institute of the world, his work is like ordinary doctors better, then we have a doubts, no? The both should match. One should be authorized, one should be effulgent. Both should be there. So Krishna is, even an incarnation of God, it follows. Krishna need not follow, but it follows, so that how will otherwise people know what is the fact? So this is very important. And you see the pastimes of so many people, they comment on the pastimes of the Lord. Krishna did that. Oh, how you are commenting. Here is such a great personality. Brahma is worshipping Krishna, knowing all his pastimes. These are all pastimes which are worship. Each lila he is worshipping. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. He is explaining all the pastimes of the Lord and is offering his prayers. So we should also understand in a proper perspective. We should not be frivolous. In fact, sometimes Srila Prabhupada said, the whole, particularly the people born in India, are so much infected by these aparadhas that it has become like a desert where you can't grow any plant. When Prabhupada was so frustrated, for 30 years he tried so vigorously to here not come for small things, come for very big mission of the Lord. The Lord can do everything himself, but an opportunity he gave. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bharat Bhumile Janma hoy, yaar, Janma Sarthi karo karo paropkar. You are so fortunate. You are born in land of India. Please participate to spread this mission all around the world. Prabhupada says, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this task to Indians. So on behalf of Lord Chaitanya, he gave task to opportunity. Please come forward. It's your job. It is your job. Different parts of the world, they're contributing in so many ways. Correct? All this advanced technology, they did it. But we have some unique contribution for the world. Just like suppose somebody comes to your house and gives you a very nice sweet. What you will think? Next, when I will give him. Correct? Just like in Diwali, what happened in Delhi? Somebody made a box of sweets, you also give another box. You also. So similarly, we are benefiting and we are silent. Just like a beggar. Correct? We have something to give, you should give. But we do not even know. We don't even understand what's the Vedic knowledge. It's the greatest gift for the whole world. If you read, you will understand. But the whole world does not know what is there in these books. Correct? Nobody knows. This is misfortune. But Prabhupada tried his best. He was very frustrated. And he noticed they're just imitating the Western culture. Now that's all over. They want nothing else. They just want to imitate. They lost all confidence to follow the Vedic culture. And then Prabhupada had to do the whole thing, go to America. And the famous instance, Prabhupada was giving class in a lecture hall in America. And one thing, they didn't help him in India. And then, just imagine the joke, when Prabhupada used to give direct classes and people are taking up. People are taking up. He was always straight. This is a mission of Lord Chaitanya. Please take it up. You will be very well benefited. Lord Chaitanya wanted it to go to every part of the world, every village. If people accept the process of Lord Chaitanya, every village, town, there will be peace and happiness in this world. Straight. He was always preaching straight. We can't. He is in the realized platforms. You can speak also. It acts. So there was some Indian sitting in the assembly. Said, Swamiji, what is the use of this? We need technology now. Now Prabhupada was like, hey, you guys did not help me when I was in India. Now you're disturbing when I'm trying with great effort here. So Prabhupada looked at him. You want technology? You remain a beggar. And I'm not come to get anything from this world. I have come to give them something. Because I have come as an Indian. Lord Chaitanya said, spread this mission. I come and you guys are disturbing me. It was very heavy. It was shaken now. You remain a beggar because you want. But I come to give. I come to give something to this part of the world. The famous instance, Prabhupada was going to America. Somebody came to Prabhupada. They said, what are you doing? You're going to America. So you should learn how to eat with chopsticks and all, with spoons and all. So Prabhupada said, no, I'm not going to learn anything there. I'm going to give. And he made them eat with hands. He made them wear this dress. Everything is changed. Every whole life he changed. That is shocking when you go and see them. Correct? It made them completely. The way they live, we don't live in India. So strictly made them to follow the Vedic culture. Definitely it's to a power of a personality. When you can influence somebody so much, you are really very powerful. Correct? To transform the lives of the people so that they could surrender to Krishna. And also it happened in the beginning stages. When Prabhupada was in America, Prabhupada was in some part of the world, he came to know that the devotees Prabhupada went to Africa. And then, they had made a temple in South Africa. South Africa has Indian community. So the devotees, finding it convenient, they made it near the Indian community area. So they're all congregation of Indians. So Prabhupada called the temple, he took the class and he called the president in his room. He says, the temple has to be where the Africans are there. And he says, these people will not change. They will remain where they are. I want to do the revolution in the heart of the people all around. He found them rather as a blank slate, which he could write very fast. But if the slate is dirty, sometimes it happens. We have the Bhagavatam board, which is very dirty. To write in, first you have to clean it with so many things, then you can write. So sometimes the preconceived notions, which are not correct, make us more time consuming. Like there is a college I heard, they teach guitar. If you don't know guitar, they charge you 100 rupees. If you know, they charge you 200. Why? They know it will be wrong because they are professionals. They know it will be wrong. At home people try. Then they have to first undo that and then they teach it correct. Double effort. So sometimes this becomes a misfortune. Otherwise, Prabhupada also gave positive many times. But he was little disgusted that they should have taken the work of Lord Chaitanya. They should have taken it. Prabhupada used to say sometimes, India, 100% people are God conscious. Because some amount of God consciousness is there. Some amount of Krishna consciousness is there in everybody in India. He had. And sometimes Prabhupada used to say, a dead elephant also has value. Vedic culture is dead in India, but dead elephant is also valuable. Correct? The example is a symbolism. It's very easy if they can to revive in some way. So both sides, there are some aspects. But this is a misfortune definitely because the Lord's pastimes are commented here. Nobody comments about any part. They don't know. See, we have to go everything step by step. Whenever you are preaching, suppose somebody said, why did Krishna do Ras Leela or Arjuna kill Karna? They will have all this, big questions they think and they have stumped us. We have to tell them, we have to go step by step. In other parts of the world, we can teach them step by step and there is no confusion then. If they know the foundation, then you can easily understand. If you understand who is Krishna, who is Gopis, you understand everything. If you understand who is Arjuna, who is Karna, you will understand everything. If you don't know anything, you will make a mess. Gopis are the eternal estates of the Lord from the spiritual world. Okay? And they have come to serve the Lord in Madhurya Rasa. Because in this world, this lust goes around as love. So Krishna came to show even love how it is. Okay? In its form in the spiritual world. There are two kinds of Madhurya Rasa that Krishna exhibits. One is Swakhiya, one is Parakhiya. It's like a tree. Metal world is the inverted tree. What is in the top is in the bottom in the metal world. The Krishna's relation to the gopis is the greatest in the spiritual world. In the material world, it's the most abominable activity to do. It's very interesting, this symbolism. But why? We cannot understand because we do not know what is love. We only know lust. So we think, lusty. No. Prabhupada used to laugh sometimes. You say Krishna is lusty, he is unlimitedly lusty. He had 16,000 wives. He used to laugh in that way. But we can understand Krishna is not lusty. He has only, Atma Rama is fully self-satisfied. He has no desire to satisfy from outside. In himself, he is fully self-satisfied. Okay? And we know the example of Narayan Rishi. When Indra, or probably on the instruction of Indra, but whenever somebody is doing tapasya, Indra panics because he can take his post. Indra post you can earn if you have enough punya with you. So at that time, what happened? Cupid came and he sent some apsaras like Vishwamitra to enchant Narayan Rishi. If you go to Badrika Ashram, they are still there. We do qualify to talk to them. But Madhvacharya, when he went, he had darshan of them. Vedavyasa took him for his darshan. Okay. And then what happened is that Narayan Rishi, they started laughing. What is this silly thing he's trying? Cupid. They created spiritual apsaras. He can. And the apsaras and the Cupid ran away. What is much more beautiful than you can even imagine. So Krishna, even Radharani is actually expansion of Krishna. She is not different from Krishna. Aladini Shakti. Radha Krishna Pranaya, Aladini Shakti Asmat. See Krishna's own potency. Actually it is one. But Krishna becomes two for relationship with the Lord. So the same way we should understand Krishna is actually self-satisfied in himself. He doesn't need anything outside. But when somebody comes to offer service to Krishna in love, Krishna reciprocates in any feature you come. So when you come in Madhurya Rasa, Krishna reciprocates. And for Krishna, nothing is wrong. There are so many reasons to understand. Number one, first material reason, Krishna's age at that time was only 8 years. No, if you think Krishna is material, 8-year-old boy doesn't have these desires only anywhere. Number one. Number two was that the gopis are lying at home. Their bodies, their spiritual bodies are dancing with Krishna. Number three is that Anyway, Krishna is there in everybody's heart. If he comes out and dance with him, who are you to object? And number 4, if it is his property, if it is something is my property, I have a right to pick it up. So it is Krishna's property. Who are you to... Krishna is dancing with the loving servants who are anyway his own property. Who are you to object? So in any angle you look, actually, there is nothing wrong. But you have to understand what is happening. If you look in your own Atmavad Manate Jagat, our disease is, if you see somebody, we think like myself only, correct? Suppose I am feeling angry, I feel he must be also angry. I am feeling envious, I think he also must be envious. If I am feeling happy, I think he is also happy, correct? And if my stomach is satisfied, definitely feel everybody's stomach is satisfied. That is our tendency. I have eaten, everybody has eaten. Might not have eaten. We are in that way. Atavat manate jagat. So same way, when we see that Krishna is dancing in the gopis, he must be lusty. That is our attitude comes. It's not there. In fact, this certificate was given by Mahajana called Bhishma. Yeah, Krishna doesn't need a certificate from anybody, but he is the Supreme Lord. But devotees come to glorify the Lord. When Shishupala was criticizing Krishna, Krishna was elected as the chief personality in the Agra Puja to be worshipped in the, which was the yagna? Rajasuya yagna by Yudhishthira Maharaj. They accept one personality as the chief in the event. So everybody accepted. They said, no, Krishna should be the chief. And all the devatas, everybody said, yes, yes. All the rishis, yes, he is the chief. Where is the question? So at that time, who was sitting there? Shishupal. And he started bad-mouthing. So Bhishma was also there. And Bhishma got up. Hey, shut up. What are you speaking? I am celebrated the greatest brahmachari. And if I was that with the unimaginably beautiful damsels were dancing with Krishna, just imagine, you cannot even imagine. If I was there, my mind would have been agitated. But Krishna's mind was not even slightly moved. You cannot attract Krishna's mind to anything which is material vibration. Krishna is completely spiritual. And he does not need matter to enjoy himself. Krishna enjoyment is in the spiritual domain. Okay? So we have to understand in this way. So the Krishna's pastime and the gopis is therefore the most worshipable. An ordinary man thinks so many things. Actually, the most worshipful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the certificate. Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadhu. This, the worship of the what was contemplated by the gopis is the highest form of worship. Okay? That is the topmost devotees of the Lord. So this is to understand it in the right way. And in fact, our prayer should be the greatest situation we can go, because our sampradaya is all the gopis. So our prayer should be to reach at the lotus feet of Radha Krishna. The Goswamis were all gopis. And these are all gopis actually, mostly, all of them. After Lord Chaitanya. They are all very, very exalted, intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is always in the mood of Radharani, trying to serve Krishna. The associates who come to assist Lord Chaitanya in the work are all gopis. So we can understand in that way. So we should be very careful. It says it's not easy to understand the activities of an exalted Vaishnava. And what about the gopis? We should be very, very careful. Even in dream, it is said we should not offend the Leela, we go to hell. You should be very, very careful. It's the highest pastime. Prabhupada says, if you want to know, suppose you have a prime minister of the country and you want to know what is he doing, first we think there is nothing. What are you doing? Sleeping only. But nothing worthwhile. But you will be very keen to know what is he doing. Correct? That's why you have all the news. You are very keen to know what this actor is doing, what actress is doing. Correct? Small things. But if you really are intelligent, you should be keen to know what Krishna is doing. Nati vidhu swartha gatimi Vishnu. If you are really selfish, try to know what Krishna is doing. Krishna Katha. Focus there. And if you want to focus on Krishna, what is he doing? He is dancing with the Radharani, assisted by the gopis. That is the most dearmost pastime which Krishna is always engaged. Correct? And Prabhupada said once, they were asking Prabhupada how to make the deities. So Prabhupada said, see, one thing is there, both should be dancing. Radharani like that, he showed example. He said, if the Radha Krishna stop dancing, this manifestation is closed. Spiritual material, it has no meaning. It has no meaning. But to understand Radha Krishna Leela, we should be free from sex desire. Therefore, it is carefully kept confidential in a portion of 10th canto of Bhagavatam. After reading the 9 cantos, then we can become qualified to hear about Radha Krishna Leela. It's the most confidential pastime. And before that, this wonderful spiritual variety, if you want to enter, before that you should be freed from the material variety. Attraction to the material variety has to go away before you can enjoy spiritual variety. The topmost devotees of the Lord, an intense love for Krishna. Radharani particularly cannot imagine her Krishna consciousness. She was samadhi on Krishna. Therefore, the Bhagavatam describes the different kind of emotions, expressions she has, all Mahabhava in relation to the Lord. We can't conceive. Even a drop is enough for us. All life will is. You'll go back to the spiritual world of that emotion, ocean of pleasure. She is in serving Krishna. We get a drop, you'll go back to Godhead. Yeah. Second pastime was that there are so many lists of demons which were killed by Krishna. Either directly he killed, or he killed through Balaram, or later he killed through Arjuna and Bhima in the battlefield. Correct? So many demons were killed. All because they were killed by the wish of the Lord. Okay. Balaram is Krishna himself. Balaram and Krishna is God is one. So anybody killed by Balaram also gets moksha. Vishnu kills, you get moksha. And and Arjuna and Bhima were fighting on order of Krishna. So same effect they got. Everybody got liberation, in the sense that their material existence account was closed. They are punished by death penalty, and account is closed. Clean slate now. So they go to Brahman. Their material activities cease, and they go to Brahman. And in case when being dying they recognize Krishna's greatness, they went to Vaikuntha to offer personal service. Just like Mahabharata war, the chariot which was catching everybody's attention was Krishna and Arjuna. It was the one doing all the major things which were thought impossible. Nobody thought Bhishma will be killed, but they put him on the ground. Correct? And nobody thought Dronacharya can be killed. And things were happening. All this chariot was the most dangerous chariot for Kauravas. And Pandavas are dependent on this chariot only for everything. Everybody's eyes every day were on it. And who was there on it in the front? Krishna. They're looking at Krishna. Even Duryodhana got doubt at the end. He went to Bhishma. Is he God? Because he never planned this will happen. What is happening? Is he God or what? Because Bhishma was the authority on this side. If you read Mahabharata, it is there. Is he God or what? So who recognized him as God, they all went to Vaikuntha. Or otherwise, they at least got cleaned of all the sinful activities. It's just like punishment and then pardon. Okay, done. Whatever it is, done. Go to the Brahmajyoti. At least you don't have any further material sufferings. Brahmajyoti, the advantage is Janma Mrityu Jarayavadi you cease. But the disadvantage is that because there is no activity in service to the Lord, you may fall down from there. It's not permanent situation. Okay, what people consider as the highest moksha is considered not very suitable. And then Prabhupada ends the purport with a very sweet note. When the demons get this, imagine the devotee's destination. If somebody is trying to serve Krishna, we don't see Krishna, but with faith on the great acharyas, faith on the scripture, you come forward. You say, yes, I invest my faith here. Prabhupada used to sometimes laugh in America. He said, you have a lot of addiction to gambling. Give your one life to Krishna. You gamble here. Nothing is going to lose anyway. You gamble here. You can't even imagine the result. So if you come forward and gamble your life in the sense that I put faith in the word of the Shastra and put faith in the word of the great acharyas and come forward to serve Krishna, I can't even imagine the gain that we can have. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.